What's up, y'all? It's Duck Tech here with a throwback video to the flip video camera. If y'all knew the internet about 13 years ago, y'all knew what these were. Every YouTuber had one of these, man. They were perfect for vlogging because they're the pre-smartphone. They're meant to be pocketable. The quality isn't amazing, but it's usable. And, I mean, it's just so convenient and easy to use. There's not even settings on this thing. You turn it on, you hit record, and then you go to your playback. That's all it's meant to do. Crazy. Like, it's literally crazy that a devoted device like this has no settings, but it's pre-smartphone, man. This is what the smartphone has become, is the flip video camera. Though thankfully not 480p and has autofocus. Yes, that's right. This is a fixed focus lens. This big old lens on the front really isn't all that great, but it's actually pretty good for 480p. Here's some sample footage. Alright, so here we are filming with the flip video camera. It's a pretty ugly time of year out, so don't mind that. But one thing I find interesting is if you point the camera at the sun, you get a black dot in the middle of the sun. But yeah, here's the quality. No autofocus, just a fixed focus lens. Doesn't look horrible, but I wouldn't say it looks amazing. For 2009, this is definitely passable, considering quality wasn't there first. And while yes, smartphone quality is definitely a huge focus nowadays, I mean, it's still like this tiny little lens. They're not doing like moving parts, and that's because it's meant to be pocketable, just like how this is. Now, yes, this is a camera first. It's not running Android. It's not running iOS. It's a simple little camera, and I think that's why I love this thing. It's so basic. Now, if we turn it on, you can see flip video, a little chime. You probably didn't hear it. The microphone's not facing it, but yeah, straight into recorded, and you can actually see it's smooth. And well, that's probably down to the fact it's a video camera, but it's really smooth. It's actually really nice. Now, you have no options. You have zoom in, zoom out, and that is digital zoom, but it's actually pretty good digital zoom. You have playback and delete. You try that, it's playback. Like, it's literally just playback on this thing. And there's my cat. Adorable. But dude, this thing's so cool. It's so basic. And you know what I love about it? This name, Flip. Now that might seem a little bit bizarre. Like, why do I love that name so much? It's not the name I love. I mean, it's a pretty cool name for it, but it's what it stands for. It stands for that little USB stick that flips out. I love it. It's terrible. It's bad for your computer's USB ports, unless you're on a laptop. But dude, it's so cool. It's so convenient. This was made to be as easy as possible. And while yes, I'm an Android person because I like a little bit of like tweaking here and there, this just fascinates me. Like, it's not for me, but I love it. Now, actually, it gets even cooler. So when you hit record, this is actually an optional feature, but it does have a little red LED. It won't focus on my camera, but yeah, it has a little red LED. I'm not gonna save that video, but yeah, and then you also have a tripod mount. So actually, let's switch over to it. So here we are, y'all. We're on the flip video camera, and as you can tell, it's 480p, but it's not horrible. It's exactly what you would want from a little pocket camera back 13 years ago. It's not horrible, and it's not incredible. And I think that's actually why these were so good, because they don't have autofocus. You don't need to worry about your shots being out of focus. It's reliable. Now, obviously, if I do want to hold something up to the camera, it is a little bit blurry, but like, it's not super blurry. So all I have to show you is zoom, and that's about it. There's not much else to show. Alright, here we are back on a 4K camera meant to be incredible. But this camera still has more I want to talk about with it. Yes, this simple little camera that barely does anything has more to be talked about. First of all, internal storage. it's only internal storage. No SD card slot, there's no micro SD card slot, there's no sort of expandable storage. It's all built in. And that might sound bad, but it actually adds a convenience factor. And you might be going, well, I want more storage. But you actually probably don't, because this thing, by default, has 2 hours of recording. Now, obviously, I've recorded a bit, so it's now 1 hour and 58 minutes, but man, like, that's a lot of time. Now, obviously, it's not high quality, high bitrate footage. That's not what this little camera is about, and you can't make it high quality or high bitrate. But that's kind of the fun of it. Now, here's something I just found funny and that I need to point out. This camera is not meant to be used past 2020. So yeah, we're 2 years past the expiration date on this little camera. Never thought I'd say a camera has an expiration date, but this one literally does. Don't mind the quality of this footage because it's from Facebook Messenger. But yeah, this thing is actually obsolete by the company's standards, which I find hilarious. But that's about all I have to say about this camera. It's a pretty simple camera. I rambled a lot about it. The only thing I have left to show is how you get the batteries out. It's that simple, man. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. I have more videos coming soon, man. Peace.